with the FDA approving the birth control pill. I mean, that was very liberating for women.
There has to be a limit to how many children a woman can have.
Trina wears her one palm beads. She fills her drawing book with line, sewing lace on widow's weeds and filigree on leaf and vine.
And I was reading this thing, and I thought, I cannot believe that somebody is actually saying what I'm feeling.
I think we all went home and threw our tuna casseroles away.
The book has really made it easier for me to have an interesting life.
So lady of the canyon.
It was very clear tonight that this myth of male protection of women does not exist.
And he sits you down to eat. She always makes you welcome here.
My opinion, the other half of the revolution, the other half of women's liberation movement is the boys in my country and in yours wearing their hair long, you know. And those boys who are wearing their hair long are saying no to the masculine mystique. They are saying no to that brutal, sadistic, tight-lipped, crew-cut, you know, Prussian, big muscle, you know, Ernest Hemingway, kill bears when there are no bears to kill, and napalm all the children in Vietnam and Cambodia to prove that I'm a man, you know, and be dominant and superior to everyone concerned. I can be tender, and I can be sensitive, and I can be compassionate, and I can admit sometimes that I'm afraid, and I can even cry. And I am a man, and I am my own man. And that man who is strong enough to be gentle, that is a new man, and he is the other half of this revolution. And he will welcome a woman who can come out from behind that simpering, you know, mask of ruffles that hides so much rage and impotent rage and unnecessary covert manipulativeness, and welcome the woman that can come out of that mask of ruffles and rage and be a person and be a joyous woman because she really feels like she's somebody. And then you see we'll both be able to make love, not war. And in the highest sense, I mean, not only between man and woman, I mean, the war between the sexes could become an Armageddon if we don't get on with our revolution. But if we do get on with it and we restructure society to make equality really possible, then I think the war between the sexes will end.
Canyon lady, do 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 do, la 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 la. A stray circus girl comes wrapped in songs and gypsy shawls, songs like tiny hammers hurled at beveled mirrors in empty halls.
Determined to change the face of American politics until women are not only equal, but until there is justice in our society.
Of the canyon, do 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 do, Trina takes her paints and her threads, and she weaves a pattern all her own. Her cakes and her breads, and she gathers flowers for her home. For her home she gathers flowers, and a stray of dear companions.
As soon as a woman gets pregnant in one of these experiments, she's treated like a common criminal. She can't get an abortion.
Decisions that affect our
all right,
lives.
will you please sit down or be removed from
We
the...
aren't going to sit down. Why don't you give us some solid hard questions?
In 1962, the year before the book was published, there were about 24 million working women in America and fewer than 9 million working mothers. Today, about 57 million women work, including almost 24 million working mothers.